Welcome in, everyone. Okay, it sounds like audio is good, so we are go. So, welcome to February 2026 reading. Hey, Shorty. Hey, Jano. How are you? So, this month, the energy is very much Aquarian, okay? It's embracing who you truly are, but mostly this future that you once envisioned is now here. And we are moving through the energies to sort of navigate that, creating structure, removing the structures that no longer align with freedom in that future. So let's get started. We'll timestamp this. Just give me a minute to get the cards out. I'm going to leave that. Okay. Private messaged me. Okay. 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 let's dive into this. So I can definitely tell here that there is a looking at people that we're partnering with, connecting with, the people that we surround ourselves with, and if that is a balanced reciprocation of the energy. So that's definitely going to be up for evaluation. And there will be some decisions that will be made. I feel like for some of you, you'll make this in January, okay? But where some of you, will still be currently in that deliberation process as we proceed forward here in February. Let me move my microphone. So that you can make a decision. And for those of you that feel like you've had to structure how you create or structure your heart, specifically speaking, or if your heart has been enslaved, so you've been stuck to something, a dream, an idea that's sort of nebulous, I feel like you will be definitely creating some sort of action to prioritize yourself, okay? I do feel like you've released a lot of things here as we've proceeded into this energy right now. And some of that you definitely have looked on like how you've really given to things. For some of you, what you've given to, who you've reciprocated to, situation, person here has really created this unsteady energy within you. Maybe it has brought you to the inclination that you have been doing too much, or that there needs to be a balance and reciprocity of what is given and what is taken. Okay. Interesting. I do feel like you've released a lot of things that maybe you identified with, people, places, things. Maybe you identified with as a sense of who you were, right? Your sense of self is now being stripped down from all of the things that are sort of these masks. And I feel like you seek freedom of the heart here. Oh, I realize you just can't see that. You seek freedom of the heart here as you proceed forward. Some of you are really looking at the people, places, and things around you, how it doesn't reciprocate your energy, like your purpose, your meaning here. And some of you want freedom. Actually, all of you do. Some of you, it's freedom of who to love, freedom to have your heart back. Maybe you have an energy here where freedom to be consciously understood. Okay. Freedom to just be you. But I feel like for some of you, you're definitely seeing where you've given so much to a situation, maybe at even the expense of being attached to a cause or a dream or a hope here, that it has sort of dissolved you. Now, for some of you, this dissolution has actually worked in your benefit because it is bringing in your energy in a more concentrated manner. Right. It's allowing you to apply these small changes daily. Okay. That's bringing about a completion of a cycle. And you're really looking at who it is that you choose to allow in your energy, who you choose to partner with, deal with, I feel like for some of you, you're definitely having a partnership revolution. Partnership revolution here. Some of you are ready to release grief, nightmares, feeling like you are stuck with the people that you choose to partner with or the people that come to you. And you may even be seeing this correlation where people are coming towards you that are stuck or divided, nebulous even. Maybe you could be dealing with some people and your life, maybe it's your job, right? Because we have Saturn here that deal with heartbreak and they try to escape, or there's an energy of self-undoing here. But as you proceed forward in this energy, this revolution is interesting because it's giving you the energy to make the right decision. It's giving you the energy to see someone's heart and soul and spirit. So start clarity. And it's also changing the way that you connect to others. Which is then bringing this sort of revolutionary energy to you. For some of you, it's your body, some of you, it's your emotions. Okay. Some of you, it's unconditional love. So this change that you've had in your sense of self here has, awareness of self, awareness of others. It has provided you with the capacity to, because you can see your own soul, your own authenticity, it has give you or you've acquired the ability to see this in others. And for some of you, that some of the people that you've partnered with or dealt with definitely wasn't probably sent by spirit or God. Okay, you're reflecting on that. And not that that's a bad thing, because every experience gives us wisdom, right? We learn from things. We learn who we are, another layer of what we have going on, right? There is some powerful influence here when it comes to your friends or groups or people that you're dealing with, or you're dealing with someone who has quite a powerful influence. Okay. You're able to see through the core to someone's heart because you now know your heart as your receiver, right, of God. It is it's how you channel the light, illumination. And you're seeing where there's a division in some of the people that you have dealt with, where there's hate in their heart or division, right? And you, with this new awareness and requesting within your electromagnetic field the energy of freedom in the future, are looking to connect to those that are in unity, whole, right? Not looking for a sense of anybody to sort of correct something or fix something, right? But just kind of meeting in the energies where you're at and evolving and having the philosophy of wholeness, connection, unity, and expansion, right? And fun, right? Some of you have lacked a lot of fun. Maybe you've been really stripping down the blocks of this tower that has been sort of around you, and you've been searching for peace, for freedom. And forgive me because I am getting the hit for the eye of providence here. And it's sort of like this understanding of what is going on under the surface with yourself, you know? And there's this sudden lightning strike energy flow or understanding that in order to step into the future here, the old built or constructed thing here must fall. It must come down to the actual foundation. And the foundation, which is what everything is built upon, is love, right? It's intelligence in love. It's emotional intelligence. So some of you may have this energy of being able to understand something better, quicker. Like there's a quicker interpretation of the energies around you. It's lightning fast, like this lightning bolt. And the mind is becoming revolutionary too as you proceed forward, right? There is cohesion between the mind and heart here, but there is this energy of being able to understand when someone's speaking from the self-undoing, or they're speaking from a sense of separation within their heart, or hate, or division, or right or wrong. Okay. So you're understanding like this unconsciousness. And for some of you, it's even a interpretation on an unconscious level that maybe you're consciously aware of now that you weren't before, right? The ability to decipher if someone's electromagnetic field is one of a common future, a common cause. And I feel like there is this new understanding, right? A change here of like what it is that you understand, believe, see, that's really allowing you to step into the energy of abundance. So if you were one who in January was working through the sense of the energy of unworthiness, or like you had done something wrong, I feel like you'll be liberated from all of these sort of low vibrational understandings, and you will get this lightning bolt of understanding that it's about the people that you have sort of partnered with or dealt with. And I feel like for some of you, you have been in the energy where you have sort of held back a little bit on like what you say, who you are, like how you go about life. And you're making a decision to stop doing that, you know, to really stand in the energy of the newness and completing the old cycle, right? That you're not going to deal with people who make you believe that you are alone, isolated. Now, for some of you, this can also represent an individual here who has sort of isolated from the public eye because they've been doing this sort of strip down of the tower around them. So removing this mask or this old persona of way of being. So there is this energy where the ego is being stripped away. It's being stripped away. So if you felt like, this is just a warning, like, so if you've been around somebody and all of a sudden they speak different, or they are energetically different, or people say that about you, it's because you've actually held back who you truly are. And you've reconnected to the receiver energy within you. And so it becomes very strong. And it's not going to be everybody's flavor. But this is necessary for you to be liberated in your future. You have to be able to be fully who you are. And while some may not understand, it's part of the plan. So you can also see other people's truth. And so some of these individuals that you are dealing with, you see the truth starkly, coldly, that they want to be isolated, that it is coming from within them, that they do not really want to partner wholeheartedly. And this is a very profound understanding, because when we understand what someone's philosophies are their beliefs, then we can get a bird's eye view. I just heard eagle, but we can get a bird's eye view of what is actually driving them through their day-to-day life. And for you, unfortunately, some of the people, places, things has been division. It has been enslavement. It has been coming from a place of isolation or wanting to be alone. Okay. Self-rejection, self-undoing. And you are like aware of this now. Not you. I'm talking about some of the people that you're dealing with, because how you partner with individuals from this point forward will be much different than previous. So for instance, if you have someone who is proceeding into your energy field and they're trying to reconnect with you, the old ways no longer have weight. They don't work. So they're not sure how to get in the door or how to get close to you, because you're truly shedding of the old. You've truly shedded the old, and you're coming into the energy of authentically being you. And this person or these people did not really know you, and they have a very difficult time also understanding you, because there isn't a common philosophy. There isn't a common cause, a common understanding. First off, for freedom, liberation. Secondly, they're coming from a place of division and isolation, self-undoing, and you are coming from the energy of unity, of connection, of dropping the old ways to move into something that is much more aligned with creative flow, with love, with connection, and genuine at that. But this energy is entering in, and it's giving you the capacity to detach from maybe situations and people, places, and things that you were unable to before, because it's bringing in this stark awareness and understanding that allows you to be able to detach if it's necessary. And so for those of you watching this that are sitting there now and saying, oh, I went through this horrible time. It was terrible. Like, I lost who I was, and it happened for a really long time, and it made it really difficult to find myself again. My empathy is with you. I also have experienced this. And what I've come to understand is that what is meant for you will not dissolve. You understand? Like, it won't. What is meant for you will materialize. It will be touched, smelled, tasted. It will be present. But only those whom are present with their whole heart, even present with their self, can even reciprocate this. Okay. I'm not saying that everyone is going to be where you're at, and I get that. What I'm saying is, and I'm going to be blunt for one moment, stop dealing with people that you shouldn't be dealing with. And that is me saying that kindly. Not everybody deserves to be have your love and be around you. Okay. And some of you really have healed deeply, whether it was a feeling of unworthiness, whether it was a feeling of lack, whether it was a feeling of isolation, separation, rejection, whether it was a feeling of, hold on one moment. Sorry, Rora came in to sharpen her claws on her little scratch pad. So it's time for you to be free. And one can never be free if they're surrounded by people with the opposition. Opposition is a state of mind. I'm not saying that it doesn't exist, but when you choose in your reality to only connect to those that are open in the heart and in unity, then things are different. You know, when you decide that within you as well, you put off a different electromagnetic field. I'm not saying that the opposition won't push back, because they certainly will. But what I'm saying is this understanding, you're starting to really get it, and it makes it so different than before, because to truly separate yourself or be able to detach from something, there has to be a separation in the cause, or the common cause, or understanding, philosophy, belief, all of these things. And you're seeing where that definitely is something that is much, much different, and how that can be dissolving to what it is that you're trying to materialize or concentrate. Okay. Some of you have some woundings here that these individuals that you've been dealing with is aware of on an unconscious level, and may have been sort of playing into that energy. Wound of meaning, purpose, wound of creativity, love, romance, wound of understanding. You want to understand like why they're doing this, but they don't ever give you that understanding, right? Wound of being recognized and acknowledged within said things and partnerships and relationships. So some of you've done to sort of advance something, expand something, and all the while no one is even acknowledging that you're breathing over here. You know, these are the wrong people around you for some of you. And for some of you, it's a sense of feeling rejected. Like, no matter what you do, it's just not good enough. It could be someone seeing you in a light that you aren't anymore. Like, people change, you know. Everybody has the capacity to evolve. It's a choice. So there's like I said, there's powerful influence within friends here. Maybe you're influential to your friends, or you have a very powerful, influential friend that is sort of giving you this lightning bolt of information and saying, hey, you know, this is who you are, and this is why. And it just makes things connect here. Okay. This is why the seed isn't growing. And you should own your heart and put it up there, and because it's beautiful, you know, sort of like that. But it's the unity and division thing here that's really problematic, and that you need to liberate yourself from this division and come into a sense of unity. So a friend may be saying this, or maybe you are in fact relaying this information. And I think that some of you are really realizing the duality within humanity in general from leadership, which is then distracting from the actual person, place, thing that is dividing, right? So it's becoming really vibrationally aware. Your heart understands how to interpret, because remember, there's an emotional intelligence here. With this Aquarius energy that I'm picking up, it's like everybody says that Aquarius is so detached, and they can detach when they need to. But it's because of the understanding, the emotional intelligence with it, that brings this clarity that they're like, hey, this isn't a common cause. So there's no point in further feeding energy or humanitarian energy into this, because it's not going to go anywhere, you know? That understanding is revolution, because it creates this energy where other people who have played off of your unknowing, of your humanitarian efforts, of your heart, of your desire to have this understanding, they look at you as rebellious, because you no longer are even in the energy of concern with it. And it brings this powerful influence when it comes to home, love, heart, right? Because like I said, you have this really strong emotional intelligence. To understand people, what drives them, what moves them. And you're seeing a loophole here with partnerships, like people that you're dealing with. Some people that you partner with, they may have, depending on the definition, sort of power or influence, but I feel like some of the people you're dealing with is sacrificing and self-undoing, either to seek this power and influence in partnerships, like maybe keeping you in the blind side eye. I just heard the blind side. But to keep you from understanding and stuff like that. But they don't realize really you're the one that has the power, because you can choose who and who not to partner with. That's your choice. It's your free will. And so when we step into our power and make that decision, because this is what has been sort of in the balance of completion and beginning anew here. I don't want to bring up karma, but for the one who has done this to you, they will get some bad luck here, because the Wheel of Fortune wanted to go into reverse. Okay. And it's the karma of Saturn. You know, I can't help it. It's coming up in the energy. So no longer choosing to be with partners who have a philosophy of isolation, self-undoing, or division, but partnering instead, making the decision to partner instead and make this judgment call on whether you're going to connect with individuals based upon their vision of unity and love and connection. Okay. And this creates a very powerful sense of self. Like I said, awareness of self, awareness of others. What has divided you has been used to sort of take that opportunity to pull down the old structure and come into one strong structure where there's peace at the core of that, at the foundation of that, and an understanding. So changing how you connect with other people. And being comfortable with like knowing who you are and not, not allowing people to come into your energy that brings in this nebulous energy of like not knowing who you are, or dissolve a sense of dissolvement because of over contribution or any of these things that has like a lack of appropriate judgment, that has a lack of authenticity. I just heard consequences. The consequences that are rendered. Also, you could be dealing with someone who's got legalities or legal. Okay. I'm not saying people can't change, but if they're going through some legal stuff right now, then that could be your affirmation. So powerful change here to liberate you, not to hurt you, to liberate you from what has divided you into unity, to connect. So the revolution is truly in unity. So I feel like you're definitely going to put some energy here, even though in the past energy here, I feel like this is where there's sort of a loophole here and here. I feel like you're going to apply some energy here to defend the beliefs. So and be aware of the belief and create action on the belief here. So if someone has this inner belief and philosophy of they are self-undoing, or they do seek to be isolated, you will either have action or inaction based upon that. So I feel like for a lot of you, if you are able to decipher this, you will not make a move, energetically speaking, or the will not be applied, but instead will be continuing to proceed forward into a future that's liberated or free. And that requires dealing with people who have a freedom mindset, like. And so what you're creating is powerful here, because you're creating the electromagnetic field, again, like I said, of unity. And what was meant to sort of break you ended up helping you shed this old identity or this old way. And so the way that you present now to people, present yourself, is different. The way you partner is different, you see? And the way that you speak your mind is different as well, by the way that other people believe. Right? If they ask you, you're going to be like, you have this self-undoing inside because you feel unworthiness and you don't want to partner. So at the core of your frequency, you can say all day that you want to partner, but you want to be isolated, you see? And this is why. So there's like understanding, but be careful, like watch that, because you don't want to be, you know what I mean? But you understand people more than they understand themselves right now at present, because of this awareness of self and awareness, being able to apply or have the application to apply to others, right? Awareness of others. You can see the moon too. So what do I mean by that? Like, you understand people's unconscious, and you have no problem bringing clarity to that if it's necessary. So just be careful with that a little bit. Because you will tell them, well, my truth is unity. My truth is love and connection. See how we don't have a common cause here? See how it's so different? So in people that you once partnered with, you'll now see them as like the dissolving energy. So the way you present truth will also be different. It will be quick, fast movement. And it'll be short and sweet. Very understandable. Almost appears detached. Even though we know that you have a very deep emotional intelligence and you've been through this transformation, right? Pluto and this energy is changing who you are because it's trying to liberate you. And I feel like you're definitely going to defend what you believe and defend your heart. I feel like defend the purpose or the common understanding here. If it's not in alignment for freedom and connection, I don't feel like you will do that. Also feel like you will defend the mind. You will defend people who are towards unity. I just heard you are the company in which you keep. So those who have lowered the vibration for you, those people are sort of understood for that, for what they're doing. Some of you are dealing with people who feel a sense of safety in what they have on the outside, right? But truly the most important thing is what we have on the inside. I always say that you are incarnated. You were born with everything that you need to succeed within you. And those who have the sense of worth inside, they are so much more progressive in life because true worth comes from within. If you have a seed within you that says you're unworthy of connection and love, that's what will manifest. It doesn't matter what you say. And so that's why a lot of people will say, you got to heal that. Because you are worth it. Separation's an illusion. So, you have, I feel like, really worked on dissolving like deep things within you or deep things that have controlled you on the outside. And you're like shedding this. It feels like a very like resurrection energy, like a new life or birth or rebirth or this new liberated self. Or you're not going to stress anymore about stepping on someone's toes because if you are, it's because they're not supposed to be in your energy, because all you're saying is that you want love. You want someone with whole heart. You want someone with emotional intelligence. Like, these aren't bad things to be requiring or requesting in partnerships at all. Like, it's not. You require someone who's going to have presence and unconditional love and trust. And these things are attainable. And you do very much plan on defending that energy towards freedom in the future. So it's sort of helped you to see that you are so priceless and worth so much inside. It's helped you to see where people around you have made you feel a sense of not having that because of their subconscious projections onto you. It's helping you to see who it is that is taking what you are giving and why they're doing this and who is doing this. It is also helping you to strip away the old reputation, the old legacy here, to step into your authentic legacy, your authenticity, your power, to materialize your world and to apply action in that. And also that even though you may have had a rocky past, you genuinely come out of it very emotionally intelligent. Okay. And because of this overcoming of the past and the way that you have handled yourself, you have a very powerful energy to fill everybody's cup. And some people are barren, stark, cold, dry in their cup, and they're coming at you for that. And you can see that now in the cards. You can see it clearly on the board. And so it's bringing in this energy of dissolving who you share with, dissolving who you deal with, because are they controlling you? Are they trying to control you? Is this them not being able to control what's going on inside of them? You know, it's having this legit deep understanding of what's going on under the surface here, because you've met yourself with that, and this energy is illuminating that control. It's illuminating where people that you're dealing with and energies and such have dissolved a sense of worth, have applied this unrealistic expectation upon you. Okay. Again, illuminating control. Illuminating disillusion. I just heard rejection's protection. And so who you once was is not the same to this person or these people. They don't know who you are. They have this understanding of you that is completely not. So they're going to be a little shook up. So you're deciding to step in and lead. Lead with your heart. And those who also want that heart, they're going to follow. And vice versa. So you're going to go towards people who lead with their heart. And thus, people who lead with their heart are going to come towards you. Electromagnetic energy. But it required you to clear out some things. Some of you are choosing to align with people, friends, all the way around, partners that have unity and sort of this, they're leading with heart and connection and common understanding, and not looking for division, but liberation and freedom. And those are the people that you will pull towards you. And you will also embody this energy. And for some of you, you are really leaning into the energy that you understand your belief, and your belief is for freedom. You know, and that is how you're going to proceed forward. Anything that enslaves you or any person, it's not that you have anything against these people, places, and things. It's just you're not in alignment. Your belief actually dictates your movements on an unconscious level. And I think these are all things you're understanding. And you're understanding the influence that your partners have as well in your life, and how important that is to partner with someone who is in that same vibration of freedom. Let's say unity, within unity, finding freedom. And understanding how your beliefs can influence you wrong or right. And so you see how this is a thing. Seeing how your mind and your thinking can influence you wrong or right. how it can influence the understanding of the scenario, of the energy, how it can complicate things, and how your heart and love for others can influence you wrong or right. And acknowledging and recognizing this, that you're not doing it out of any other reason than what I said. It's in really dropping the ego from everything, you know? And that your friends can influence for right or wrong. So really have a common understanding here as you proceed forward. So it definitely is a complete revolution on how you connect to other people. And let me tell you something, there's an intense purification going on, an intense healing, so that life can return to you. So that we're applying the energy to feel the life enter back into us, the fun, the heart. And so you proceed forward, and there's this newness that's being applied with this Saturn energy. It's application in Aquarian here. And so it's not that you don't have any structure, because there is very much this structure here, this system that you have in play. It's letting go of the old confusion, the old way that is no longer working for you, and understanding with this higher understanding as you proceed forward. So, you know, let's say this revolutionary structure, because that's what it is. There's a strong orientation to revolution and freedom and achievement in partnerships and people that you connect with. So shared belief, shared ideas. And understanding these power struggles within your dynamic and seeing them under the surface to have this pristine understanding. That some people just have an emotional need for freedom. Now you want freedom and connection, but some people just want connection, but they don't want to have to sacrifice who they are truly. They want to be authentic. And so there's going to be a lot of action towards relationships and challenges, because you're going to be, and lack of a better word or words for some people, giving them the walking papers because of this understanding. And how you view commitment and committed relationships as well. Having equality within these connections. From the me of the people you've been dealing with to the we. So you find a lot of peace in this intellectual understanding here. It's giving you the ability to detach or let go from the things that I feel like you may have been really ingrained in for an extended period of time. It helps you be able to reject sort of the old way. So you want also relationships where there's shared ideas, there's emotions that it is articulated about and felt, and happiness and, connection. So be looking for new friends, partnerships. All of this is on the board for February 2026. Okay, so changes in self, changes in who you partner with, changes in friends. Revolution, baby. But revolution for a common cause, and that is freedom. So freedom is here now, and for the collective, it will trickle into slowly but surely. And those who have seen peace and division will no longer see that peace and division. They will find it in unity because they'll see the truth that it was a control and power move. And that is what I got for you in February. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for coming. I will timestamp this, and thank you for your support and love. I love you, soul family, very much. I know we've been in some gnarly energies, but you can do this. You've got this. Until I see you again, Transcend.